Before the vibrant sounds of samba, before the towering cities, before the name Brazil even existed, there was just land. A land of immense scale, of vast jungle, rivers, and coastlines. But who were the first to walk here? To trace those first footprints in this great country? This is the story of how indigenous peoples came to Brazil. Brazil, a country the size of a continent, a land teeming with biodiversity unlike any other place on Earth. Its scale raises a vital question that has intrigued scientists and historians for centuries. How did people first populate this vast land? Where did they come from, and what incredible journeys brought them to this corner of the world? For decades, the answer lay buried in the soil and forgotten caves of Brazil. Now, through painstaking research, we are beginning to uncover a picture of a past full of adventure and adaptation. The clues lie hidden in the ancient remains, in the fragments of pottery, in the simple stone tools, in the bones found in caves. Archaeologists, like detectives of the past, painstakingly piece together the fragments hoping to understand who made them. They are trying to understand migration patterns, which hold secrets about the first settlements in Brazil. These ancient artifacts are the foundation upon which we can begin to understand the history of indigenous peoples. For a long time, the prevailing theory was that there was a large land bridge. During the last ice age, large amounts of water were trapped in glaciers, and sea levels were much lower, exposing the land that connected Asia and North America. This bridge, known as Beringia, is believed to be a route that our ancestors crossed. From the northern regions of Alaska and the Americas, their journey south was a long one, but it was an impressive example of perseverance and adventure. These early American immigrants moved generation after generation, following migratory animals and searching for new resources. As they moved deeper into the American continent, people spread across North, Central, and South America, eventually taking some as far as Brazil. This southward migration, which lasted thousands of years, was no easy journey. It involved crossing vast and varied landscapes with different environments that tested the limits of human resilience. Over many millennia, groups spread across the American continent, eventually reaching the land we know today as Brazil. This migration took thousands of years, and along the way, the early migrants adapted to diverse ecosystems and climates, laying the foundations for the rich and varied indigenous cultures found in Brazil. The scale of this journey shows the deep determination of our early ancestors. However, the land bridge was not the whole story, and new archaeological evidence is leading scientists to consider other options. Many believe that the first people arrived earlier than previously thought. Some believe that these populations may have reached the Americas using coastal migration routes, sailing across the seas in small boats. This theory suggests that people used the coastline as a kind of natural highway, moving along the edges of the continents, following schools of fish and using the resources found along the shores to help them continue on this epic journey. If this theory is correct, it would challenge the narrative that all early American ancestors came exclusively from the North. Both theories are currently being investigated to try to piece together a better picture of how people arrived in Brazil. The people who first arrived in Brazil were far from passive wanderers. They were innovators, adapting their ways of life to the new environments they encountered. In the lush rainforest, they developed sophisticated forms of hunting and fishing, learning to use all the resources available in this rich habitat. They created incredible tools and weapons, demonstrating an advanced understanding of their surroundings. In the open savannas, they learned to track herds of animals, developing specialized tracking techniques and adapting to more open lands. Communities developed their own languages and artistic traditions. They adorned their bodies, built homes suited to the climate, and passed on their knowledge and stories through art and oral tradition. These were not primitive societies, of course. These early Brazilians were incredibly inventive. displaying a deep understanding of their surroundings and developing sophisticated tools and methods of survival. Beyond mere survival, these cultures were also deeply connected to the cosmos and the natural world. They observed the stars, interpreted dreams, and developed profound spiritual practices tied to the land. Their understanding of the natural environment was far more complex than simply gathering resources. They were experts in botany, using plants for medicine and ceremonies, developing a sophisticated knowledge of the healing properties of the Amazon. This deep understanding and knowledge is something we are only now beginning to understand. The story of Brazil's first indigenous people is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. Their arrival marked the beginning of a unique and rich history, one that continues to transform Brazil today. Their relationship with nature, with the land, their cultural richness, and their incredible knowledge of the natural world is something we should not only learn from, but respect and celebrate. They were not just the first people to walk this land, they were, and still are, the true guardians of Brazil. Their story, though ancient, is still paramount to the story of us all.